Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, I was thinking about starting out with trying to, show you me killing that Hydra in Palace of the Dead that I died to last time. But Palace of the Dead said no. So, we'll just continue off the main story here and wrap A Realm Reborn up. Strap in to your seats, grab some popcorn or snacks, because we got about an hour's worth of cutscenes coming at us.
Enter. Your Grace, your guest has arrived. Pray, come in and take your ease.
Oh, God.
"'Tis well that the steps of faith held against the Horde.
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
An attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
Yes, stand together. Or at least Reborn wanted to send troops.
Such noble words, after the fact.
I actually share in your resentment of the Malfinod.
I had hoped to speak in the presence of her grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any. Honored friends, pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude for your part in the defense of our lands. "'Tis upon the success of this very alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the blessing of the Archbishop, it is my hope that Ishgard will soon be reunited with her long-estranged sister nations, and that Eorzea shall once more be as one."
Seems legit.
Very well.
Is aught amiss?
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon.
Riol told us to watch out for a lion's den. I wonder why he didn't talk to Alphanod about that.
You wished a word, Yu Hase?
God, I hate Lalafels. Well, not all of them. You, Sultana, I despise.
Your Grace. You must be curious as to the reason for this private audience. The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion. I intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy.
You know, I know she's wanting to break out of her inner trust with Reborn here. And I do know that I'm like the hero of the realm or whatever, but she hardly fucking knows me. I'm not from Ul'dah. I'm from Gridania. So, like, she knows of me in passing at best.
You have seen for yourself the storm of turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence. But I will see them suffer no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate.
So why aren't you out there fucking doing it?
'Tis mine intent that the ruling class of our golden city should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few.
Well, that'd be cool, you know, if, you know, the guys with all the money wanted to go along with that.
Yet, that which I propose will entail the tearing up of this city's very foundations. And even Reborn, with all his strength and influence, will be hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground. Thus would I ask you to lend him a steadying hand. You who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. Will you do this thing for me?
Now, see, this is another reason why I like saying that the Warrior of Light is Alamegan. Because, regardless of where you're from, if you're Alamegan, you'd want to help Reborn because he is Alamegan. And we're going to be like, yeah! Sign me up!
I am truly grateful. More grateful than I can well express. Much of my dread for the coming days has been quieted.
Why is your wine goblet so frickin' big? It must take fucking, like, half a gallon of, like, 80 proof whiskey to just, like, get a Lalafell tipsy. Like, look at it. It's bigger than... It's like... Man, she's throwing it back. Well.
Your Grace!
Staring at the lady in waiting like, hey, you poured the drinks, you bitch.
Her Grace, the Sultana, is dead.
Dude, you haven't even checked her vitals.
Poison in her wine? You did this!
Why would I use poison that was fast acting?
Spare us your denials! I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance.
Yo, the lady in waiting poured the drinks. You are a fucking dumbass. Of course, you're in on it.
I hereby
so.
accuse you of regicide! Men, arrest this viper!
Yeah, good luck with that. I've kicked Brass Blade's asses before, but I guess I don't have my weapon for some reason.
Sir, barring a few exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control.
I wonder who the few exceptions are. Probably real, at the very least.
And what do you hope to achieve with this mutiny?
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
He's got like a reasonable Ul'dah voice in English, but I think in Japanese they gave him like this huge bara voice that makes him sound all deep and manly. And it's comedic, but I hate him, so I wouldn't want him to have a manly voice anyway. Raban and Merylweb hitting on each other. I'd ship it.
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, you know, just a plot by the monetarists to take over the nation. No
Knights
biggie.
from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
You sure
Lord
about
Commander,
that?
we have received an urgent message from the Holy See. I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
Serpentine, huh? Most of them aren't like snakes, though. You ever even seen a dragon to Leggy, you fucking silver spoon bitch?
A surprise attack?
We've had no such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Most fortuitous indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away.
You have been a most gracious host. I hope that I might one day return the favor. Come, Lucia.
I always got the impression that those knights were phonies, and that was just to get Amrek out of there.
Whatever is going on in there? Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full. Another time, perhaps?
You can't tell if he's putting his hand behind his back to pull out his second dagger, or if he's trying to show them that he's armed and willing to use it. Maybe both?
Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the Garlean Empire.
Espionage? What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah, if you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself.
Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner of forbidden arts. You'd best come along with us.
You invite me to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals. Come then. I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
He'll probably be fine. Scions are all stronger than normal men. The brass blades ain't shit.
You go too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without Her Grace's consent? You treat the brass blades as your personal army and show contempt for the throne with your every act. Leave us now.
I could have gotten the lip sync better.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. And you lecture me on personal armies. As for your outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne, let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant.
No, you were just waiting for the lady-in-waiting to come tell you that she had done the deed that you hired her to do, you piece of shit.
I expect this is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Kurthis. I do begin to see how the ranks of the Immortal Flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
And you're plainly unfit to be a person and need to be murdered brutally.
Wait, goddamn you. Your words make no sense. What assassin?
You mean to say you don't know? We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in Her Grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
No! No, this cannot be!
Save your breath. You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire order are to be tried for this atrocity. Bring in the prisoner!
This man stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul'Namo, and his suspected accessories to the crime. All members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
This is madness!
What a pity. Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
Well, it's not over till the fat lady
further
sings.
proof, a vial with traces of the substance used to poison Her Grace was found upon the assassin's person.
This is like a
How very convenient.
movie villain plot where the villain is supposed to be shown to be cunning because all of his plan is going exactly as it should. And it's like, imagine if I just had, like Momoe said, hey, Alien wanted to talk to you out in the middle of the desert. What if I just said, hey, fuck off, I've got a banquet to go to?
You would speak of convenience? Who persuaded Her Grace to host this celebration? A diversion which presented you and your confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime, and a crowd within which to fade from view. A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
It was the Sultana's idea, you dummy.
How dare you! After all we have done for Ul'dah!
Hold your tongue, witch! I'll not be ensorcelled! I know all about the dark gift that you and your disciples wield. Oh, yes. I've observed how you worked upon the minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will. And what of your cordial relationship with Sir Emmerich? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood friend.
Well, I'll admit, it doesn't make any sense for Emmerich to be so cordial with, you know, the Scions themselves, since it was me and some sellswords that defended the Steps of Faith, but, you know.
I'll tell you what I think. I think this desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces.
Bitch, you sent a token force at best.
Your next move will be to charm your Kurthan allies into invading our lands.
They still have to fight the dragons, asshole.
Now that is truly ridiculous.
How do you even think of this stuff?
She cannot be dead.
Oh man, Raban has a sad.
Stand aside, Ilbert. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes. For a mercy, the poison took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
Look at the handmaiden's body language. You might say that
cannot be.
She was saying, like, no, I don't want to talk about it or whatever. But it also looks sort of like she was close to being like...
Animal. No!
You know, as if, like, if Raban had just gotten mad at her. But you'd think he would, because you'd think he'd know that she's the one pouring the drinks. Like...
Plainly, the Royalists can no longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe. And so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Ul'dah. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you. It seems only right that you should bury your precious Sultana, and we will be glad to be rid of that burden.
I'll bet you will. You more than any man.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean you had her killed, you black-hearted bastard!
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief. She always was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say Her Grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
You would mock her, then mock her from hell!
What?
Oh, I love when people just straight out kill the guy who's obviously the bad guy.
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers, much less slaughter our fellow Syndicate members.
Bitch, all you little midgets have is money. You don't even know how to fight. You didn't fight at Cartno, and you didn't fight in Operation Archon. You can kindly fuck off.
You're one of them. You've been in league with the Scions all along.
And this guy also deserves to die.
You're next, you scheming bastard!
Gilbert, you son of a bitch.
Oh, Reborn!
7 hells!
Admiral, we must leave.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Maelstrom soldier. You're actually gonna leave. You're not gonna help crumple the monetarists right here, right now, and stabilize Ul'dah? No? No? Fuck you! Fuck you!
How unlike you, old friend. I did not expect to take your arm so easily.
Take the Scions into custody. They have conspired to commit regicide. And arrest this traitor as well.
Ilbert, I hope you choke on their coin.
'Tis better than the dirt I've supped on these long years. We can't all abandon Alamigo and become great war heroes as you have. You are not the man you once were, Reborn. Since that girl strapped the yoke around your neck, you've become docile. She took the mad bull and cut off his balls, and a bull that cannot rot is fit for naught but slaughter. Shall I tell you who really killed your precious Sultana? It was me.
You die!
Freedom tough in Alamigo.
I never doubted you, not for a moment. But there is more to this than I yet understand. Flee this place. Clear your names. Find out who is behind this plot. It is the only way. Now go!
Sure hope Reborn doesn't die.
Ah, there you are.
Thancred, where have you been?
Schmoozing with another Makote.
Avoiding the fumbling advances of some very persistent admirers.
Or that.
When I realized the celebrations had turned sour, it seemed prudent to slip away and take stock of the situation. 'Twould appear that much of the city is already under tight guard. It occurs to me that expanding the Brass Blade's authority may not have been such a wonderful idea after all.
The success of this plan was contingent upon those thugs having the run of the place. Just how long has this scheme been in motion?
The careful preparations, the maneuvering of forces. I am inclined to agree with the General's insistence that a deeper plot exists here.
So, would I be right in thinking we now have an excuse to pummel as many brass blades as we like?
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
The Sultana's assassination was but one part of the scheme. We too were its targets. And though we did not share poor Nanamo's fate, we are yet hobbled by the charges laid at our door. Where now might we seek refuge?
Where indeed we may safely assume that our foe has thought to have the Rising Stones watched.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but our choice of destination will matter little if we cannot secure an escape route out of Ul'dah. Happily, I believe I can provide one. Papa Shan once told me about the passages hidden in the walls of the palace. If I recall correctly, the fireplace in Nanamo's chambers conceals the entrance to a tunnel.
Better pizza, better escape tunnels. Papa Shan's.
It should lead outside the city and allow us to avoid any messy confrontations.
Ida just wants to punch some bitches.
The rest of you go on ahead. I'll handle this lot.
By yourself? I suppose I shall just have to join you.
At least Paps is loyal. Like one of the few good
Crystal
Lalafels.
Braves too, huh? Now this should be interesting.
Ida! Papalimo!
You know, he could have done that from the other side, but...
We will hold our pursuers here. Hurry, now! Find this tunnel of Thancreds.
Ida was already on this side.
Minfilia, we cannot linger.
Why's your hallway so dark, dude? You gonna go deal with the Ascians? Yeah, just in case you couldn't pick up on context clues that she was the one who poured the wine.
Now look what you've done.
Hey, that's a brand new mask. We just got that for her. You jerks.
Ida, are you all right? There are just too many of them.
I'm fine. I could do this all day. How about you?
Oh, she's Captain America now.
Nearing the end of my tether.
I guess if you count the blue of her eyes, she's got the red, white, and blue.
This is so stupid. We're the scions of the Seventh Dawn. The ones who stand between this realm and the evil that's trying to destroy it.
And if you think we'll leave the stewardship of Eorzea to the likes of your masters, then you're sorely mistaken.
Dude, these men are of simple means. They don't give a shit. They just want money.
Sorry I dragged you into this, Papalimo.
'Tis hardly the first time, and I'll be damned if it will be the last.
He's got a plan, huh? So this is why they hang out together.
Let them have it, Ida!
I was hoping you'd say that.
It's like Final Heaven, but with a flare overcoat. Well, I'd be worried about them, but we already killed Estinian, you know, in the Dragoon quest line in a fiery explosion, and he was okay, so they're probably fine.
I never knew such a watercourse existed beneath Ul'dah. The architecture is of the Sildine style, if I'm not mistaken. The ancients plainly foresaw the need for a ready means of escape.
Hey, Sildian. That was involved in the Hildebrand quest line we just got done with. How about that? So is this going to come out at the Sildian excavation site? Nice ear bob.
This way!
Well, that didn't take long. It seems these tunnels were not as secret as I'd hoped.
It's like you people don't understand
go on
that.
ahead. Thancred and I will deal with this.
It's like they don't understand that Ul'dah is the city of corruption. Like, why would anything be secret when every leader is out for themselves except for Reborn and the Sultana?
What do you mean to do? Only that which is required to ensure that the dawn's light survive to brighten the morrow.
Fear not, antecedent. You haven't seen the last of these fair features.
My friends. Leave us.
Be nice if I had my weapon. I would just gladly kill all of the Crystal Braves. And
what is the plan, milady? Shall I take the dozen on the left and you the dozen on the right? The odds are not exactly stacked in our favor.
How do you know there's a dozen on the left and a dozen on the right, though?
Numbers will count for little when I bring the tunnel down upon their heads. Though I cannot say I relish the thought of being entombed with you for all eternity.
You wound me. I will have you know that many a maid would kill for the chance to spend forever at my side. Now, may I have the last dance?
Looks like a unique casting animation. I think that Archer's the first female one that I've seen in this whole...
This is going splendidly. Now would be a good time, milady!
debacle.
'Tis done. Forgive me, Mitra.
Well, Mitra's her sister's name. If you did Summoner quest line, you'd know that.
Farewell, Ophelia.
No, for a girl who doesn't get out much, she can run.
Heidelin, she speaks to me.
Of course, adrenaline does wonderful things to the body. So.
No. I must remain behind, but you cannot stay with me.
Man, Clyde looks pissed. Rightfully so.
Please, you must go on. You are the warrior of light. You are hope for the Scions and for all the realm. As long as your flame continues to burn, the light of the dawn may ever be relit. You must escape and save Eorzea from those who would plunge it into darkness. Tis the only way.
Well, if she's gonna sacrifice herself, you know, it makes me wonder how fast the Crystal Braves are able to clear the rubble that just got brought down on their head, for one. And for another, like, really? Hydaelyn just told her, like, yeah, go kill yourself. It'll be worth it. It'll be fine. I love Highlander facial expression. Oh hey, it's a Lalafell and Alphino, I guess. I guess that Lalafell helped him get away.
I am glad to see you safe, my friend. What of the others? Damn that man! Taleji played me for a fool! I thought the Crystal Brave's mine till the very moment I felt the blade at my back.
Did Riol never tell you about the suspect ledgers? Like, did you not... Oh.
There will be ample time for soul-searching later. For now, we must put some arms between us and Ul'dah.
Well, you're a reasonable little guy.
Well, would you look who it is? Need a ride? I doubt it'll be half as exciting as the last trip we took. Not if I have anything to say about it anyway.
Now, is it always Bremont that comes and gets you, or is it the guy that you started the game with? Because, you know, there's the two other ones.
Let's not dawdle, eh? All aboard!
But isn't that a nice parallel? Ending 2. You know, the 2.0 to 2.55 story by with a cart ride, the same way it began. I like his hood with his goggles and shit. Makes him look sort of like an owl, but he's hiding his mopey eyes under it. Got a Highlander carriage driver, probably Alamegan.
I was stocking up on supplies over in Vesper Bay, you see, when your sister come up and begged a favour. Said her brother was having some trouble down in Ul'dah, and likely needed a helping hand getting away. Thinking them ruins would make a fine hiding place, I decided to try there first. And lo and behold, there you were! Aye, and judging by them soldiers as were pouring out of the city, I arrived not a moment too soon. Ha! Must have been fate that we happened to find you there, though, eh?
I had thought to look out for Alize, but would appear she was the one watching over me. I've made such a mess of things.
Well, she did have her priorities more straight. You know, what with wanting to find out and defeat Bahamut.
And who might you be, young sir?
Pippin Taropin, Vice Marshal of the Immortal Flames. I had been on the Alamegan front these past few moons, but an urgent communication called me back to Ul'dah. Scarce had my boots touched the cobbles, though, when the streets erupted with cries of assassination. I immediately went in search of answers, and came across Master Alfino here. Needless to say, I did not think his imprisonment justified. The blame plainly lies with the Monitarists. Their greed and corruption are well known to me, but for them to take advantage of the situation with such alacrity...
Was that Pippin, you said? Ain't that the name of General Alden's lad?
Yes, I am his son. Adopted, of course. 'Twas only as we were leaving Ul'dah that I learned of father's fate.
Aldine is Raban's last name.
Once I have seen you a safe distance away, I mean to return to the city and extricate him from this madness.
Then you needn't travel no further than Blackbrush. Our fugitives have a friend waiting for them there.
Well, how long we've been in the carriage and how close we actually are to Blackbrush, we should already be there.
I dreamed of bringing about Eorzea's salvation. But in the end...
Go back to being cocky Alphanode. I don't like Mopey Alphanode.
Needed saving.
Although I do like the fact that he's being pensive and self-reflected. Maybe he'll get some character growth out of it. Eh? Eh? Character growth? Character development? Eh? Eh? That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Oh my, are we finally out of cutscenes? Welly, well, well. I'm more wondering why, like, you didn't get communique from Riol. Aww. I like Pippin. Makes me think of my friend Shiggles, if Shiggles tanked. Sid! Hello, Sid. Hid the Enterprise in a desert that's mostly flat. The fuck did you hide it? Okay, so we're gonna rocket off to Quarthus. All right, Pippin is a bamf. I'll say it. Ah, good old Cid. After all we went through with the Crystal Tower and the Sons of Saint Cognac, of course he'd be. Haurchefant loves me, so and he probably likes you too. Well, he probably likes, you know, all of us. Yes, yes, game. I know we're in Courses. Now, I'm gonna cut the video here because we're like 10 minutes away from, you know, being out of recording time, and the next few cutscenes take at least 15 to 20 minutes. So this will be chapter 99, and chapter 100 will finally set foot in Ishgard, perhaps. So until then, I'll see you next time, and I'll actually probably start recording that right away. So have a good day and stay safe. And sorry for all my cussing. Sort of. Not really. Sorry, not sorry. Meh.